adventurers! Are you ready to dive into a magical story full of excitement and wonder? Tonight, we'll join a brave boy named Rami on an incredible journey to a land of enchantment, where courage and kindness bring the world back to life. Before we begin, if you love bedtime stories as much as we love telling them, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Your support helps us bring more magical adventures to you. Now, snuggle up, close your eyes, and let's step into the world of dreams together. In a peaceful little village surrounded by green hills, there lived a curious and ambitious boy named Rami. Rami loved reading books about wizards, enchanted lands, and daring adventures. Every night, as he lay in bed, he would gaze at the stars and whisper, "I wish I could visit a magical world someday." One night, as the cool breeze carried the scent of jasmine into his room, Rami drifted off to sleep. But this wasn't an ordinary sleep. It was the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Found himself standing at the edge of a shimmering forest where the trees sparkled with golden leaves and the flowers glowed like tiny lanterns. In the distance, he saw a glowing archway with the words, "Land of Enchantment," written in swirling letters. As he stepped through the archway, a tiny winged creature zipped towards him. It was a fairy named Zara, with wings like rainbows and a voice like a melody. "Welcome, Rami," she said. "We've been waiting for someone brave and kind-hearted like you. Our land is in need of your help." Zara fluttered beside Rami, her rainbow-like wings shimmering in the sunlight. She explained, "The crystal fountain is the heart of the Land of Enchantment. Its sparkling water brings magic to our trees, flowers, and creatures. But its light is fading. If it goes out, our land will disappear." Rami's eyes widened with determination. "I'll help," he said firmly. Zara smiled and pointed to a glowing map. "Your journey will be challenging. You must pass 3 trials to reach the fountain and restore its power. Remember, your courage and kindness will guide you." With the map in hand, Rami began his quest, stepping into the unknown with Zara by his side. As Rami entered the Whispering Woods, he immediately noticed something unusual. The trees had faces carved into their trunks, and their branches swayed, as if they were alive. The air was filled with soft murmurs. Suddenly, a deep voice echoed, "To pass through our woods, you must answer our riddles 3. Fail, and you will be trapped in this maze forever." Rami gulped, but nodded bravely. The first tree spoke. "I am not alive. But I can grow. I don't have lungs. But I need air." "What am I?" Rami thought hard and smiled. "A fire," he answered. The tree's eyes glowed, and it swayed aside to reveal a path. The second tree stepped forward with its riddle. "I speak without a mouth, and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?" Rami closed his eyes to think, then said, "An echo." The tree nodded and retreated. Finally, the third tree posed its challenge. "The more you take, the more you leave behind." "What am I?" This one was tricky. Rami scratched his head, then realized the answer. "Footsteps," he declared. The woods erupted into applause as the trees parted, revealing a glowing pathway. "You are clever and brave," the trees said. "Go forward, young hero." Next, Rami reached a wide, shimmering river. Its surface was so still it looked like a giant mirror. Zara explained, "This is the river of reflection. To cross, you must face your fears. Look into the water and see what holds you back." Rami hesitated, but leaned over the edge. The water rippled and showed scenes from his life. The time he felt scared of failing a test, the day he was too shy to talk to a new friend, and the moment he doubted he could be brave enough for this quest. Tears welled in his eyes as doubt crept in. "Maybe I'm not strong enough. he whispered. But Zara placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. You are stronger than you think. These moments didn't define you. Your courage to keep going did. With a deep breath, Rami stepped onto the river. To his amazement, a boat made of golden light appeared beneath him. As he rowed across, the river shimmered, reflecting images of his happiest memories, laughing with his family, helping his friends, and dreaming of magical adventures. By the time he reached the other side, his heart felt lighter and full of hope. The final trial lay inside a dark, twisting cave. The entrance loomed before Rami like the open mouth of a giant. Zara warned him, "This is the Cave of Echoes. It will amplify your doubts and fears, but only you can silence them." With a lantern in hand, Rami stepped into the cave. Every step echoed, and soon whispers surrounded him. "You're not good enough. You'll never succeed. Turn back before it's too late." The words felt heavy, but Rami remembered Zara's advice. He stopped walking and shouted, "I am brave. I have already overcome so much, and I will not give up now." The echoes grew louder for a moment, then began to fade. The cave filled with a soft golden light, and a pedestal appeared before him. On it lay a golden key, glowing warmly. "You did it!" Zara cheered as Rami picked up the key. The cave walls seemed to hum with approval, and a passage opened, leading them to the final destination, the crystal fountain. As Rami neared the crystal fountain, a sudden gust of wind swept him off his path and carried him to a towering structure that seemed to pierce the sky. Zara explained, "This is the Tower of Forgotten Dreams. It holds the dreams of those who lost hope. To restore the fountain, you must climb it and find the dream orb that will reignite its magic." The tower was filled with tricky illusions, shifting staircases, and doors that led to nowhere. At one point, Rami found himself trapped in a room with floating candles and walls that whispered doubts into his ears. But he remembered Zara's advice, "Trust your heart." He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and found a hidden door that led to the top of the tower. At the peak, he discovered a glowing orb swirling with colors of hope and wonder. He carefully carried it back down and continued to the crystal fountain. With the dream orb and the golden key, Rami arrived at the crystal fountain. It was dim and lifeless, but Zara instructed him to touch the fountain and think of the happiest moments in his life. Rami closed his eyes and remembered his family's laughter, his dreams of adventure, and the love he felt for his village. Suddenly, the fountain began to glow. Streams of vibrant colors burst forth, lighting up the entire land. The trees sparkled brighter, the flowers danced in joy, and magic returned to the Land of Enchantment. The creatures of the Land of Enchantment gathered to thank Rami. Zara gave him a shimmering pendant as a token of gratitude. "This will remind you of your courage and the magic within you," she said. As the sun rose in the real world, Rami felt himself being gently pulled back. He woke up in his bed, clutching the pendant in his hand. Was it all a dream? He wasn't sure, but one thing was clear. Rami believed in the magic of his dreams, more than ever. As Rami drifted back to sleep the next night, he smiled, knowing that even in dreams, his courage could create a world of magic.